get ready, as Venus, the planet of love and romance, moving into the sign of what is known as detriment and fall in the very intense, passionate, dark, stormy, intense sign of Scorpio. I absolutely love this transit. Some people may not, but I want to go into how the Venus in Scorpio transit is going to affect your sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, your sun sign, all of the things when it goes through sign by sign, as Venus has now officially entered the kingdom of Scorpio. I am Jack Scott Lee, your spiritual bestie, guiding you through with all the tarot and astrology. Whatever is happening in the skies, I'm here to let you know how to navigate it best. And what I'm going to do today is go through all the signs. What I've been doing over the last few videos, if you haven't caught up with those, make sure you do. I've been delving into tarot and astrology for each sign. I've been doing tarot and oracle cards for a hot minute, for a few decades, and I've been incorporating those into the readings for you to get a broader message when we are talking about the astrology, getting a bit deeper with the tarot cards. So I want to use because what I want to do, I want to talk about love and romance. We're going to focus on that, right? But I mean, Venus rules love, it rules romance. Also, Venus is to do with our abundance and our money, and self-love too, and self-love and loving yourself as well. And so, in the sign of Scorpio, there are certain challenges because whichever sign Venus enters into, or whichever planet, enters a different sign, it will act in accordance to the rules of that house. And so, Venus has just spent the last few weeks in her home kingdom, acting very strong in the sign of Libra. One of her kingdoms, Libra and Taurus, are her kingdoms where she feels at home, where she can act her strongest domicile, right? They call it domicile, where the planet will act its most strongest. And Venus has been sitting in Libra for a hot minute. And now, as of the 6th of November, all the way through to the end of November, around the 30th of November, Venus will be sitting in Scorpio for the whole month, right? Literally the whole month. And we have a huge energy of Scorpio energy because not only do we have Venus here, right? Which is going to be hyper focusing on our love stories, our abundant story, our romance story, right? Our self-love journey too. We have the sun here, the Scorpio season, right? And the sun is here to give the extra power, the extra energy to scorpionic things, which is not, this is not about superficial love. This is about deep, intense bonds, sexual attraction, passion, deep healing, secret love affairs, all that juicy stuff, power dynamics in relationships, healing relationships, right? This is not about surface level chit chat. This is about going within, going deep, intimate bonding. Because when we think about Scorpio rules the 8th house. This is all to do with intimacy, bonding, shared resources, transformation, death and rebirth, doing this in Venusian ways, right? And so the signs are going to feel this the most. Of course, Scorpio, you are the star of the show this month. This is your season, right? So Scorpio, you're going to feel this the most, right? As are the fixed signs, because the Venus transit will be making squares and oppositions. So the fixed signs, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, you guys are going to feel this the most. And if you have planets in these signs, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius, guys, you're going to feel this the most, right? And also, Taurus and Libra, you will feel this too, because wherever Venus is doing for you, you're going to feel this regardless, because Venus is your chart ruler. Okay, if you're a Taurus or Libra rising, your chart ruler will be Venus. Right? So wherever Venus is doing in the sky, it's really important to you. It's really important. So it's always great to track that. And I'm here to tell you all the juice, all the goss as to how to best work this transit. I am Jack Scott Lee. I'm your spiritual host, doing all the astrology, all the tarot. If you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this channel. It really helps it grow and push the content out to more people to help everybody elevate their energy and change the vibration of the universe. And who doesn't want that? If you haven't had one already and you want a personal reading with me, I will leave all the info in the show notes for you to click on if you want to get a one-to-one reading with me, a birth chart reading with me, a tarot reading, or a bit of both, right? I do a bit of both. Transit readings, all of it. Synastry, when we linking charts together, life purpose, 6-month, 12-month transits, all of it. It's all on there, as well as my new astrology course, Decode the Birth Chart, Decode the Astrology, to help you navigate your own birth chart and learn how to read astrology like an absolute pro. You can, once you download the course, you have access to it forever, right? There's bonus content on there, it's hours and hours and hours of videos going into each of the signs, the houses, the aspects, the planets. What else am I talking about on there? There's charts, examples. There's literally everything on there that you can think of for you to help you not only read your birth chart, but read the charts about this for fun or professionally too. There's like PDF stuff. There's loads, literally tons. I leave all that stuff on there. It's currently on a pre-sale as well right now, so I hope you really enjoy that. And so yeah, so let's get into talking about the astrology. So Venus, planet of love, planet of romance, abundance, all that stuff. Moving into what is known as detriment, they say in ancient astrology that Venus in Scorpio is its weakest, right? I like to say that, yeah, she acts differently here, right? Because it's about, well, it's about deep intensive affairs. It's about, soul bonding. It's about passion. It's about obsession. It can be, it's like that, I can't live with you or without you energy. It can make a Venus in Scorpio, especially have this as if you have Venus in Scorpio anyway, lately, you will feel this emotion, be having your Venus return for one, right? But these people can be like hyper focused on deep, intimate affairs. They don't want to just have like frivolous encounters. They want to like fully encompass, embody, and merge into one when it comes to their love relationships, And it's like they will, if you're gonna have like a physical encounter, shall we say, you become all encompassing with Venus and Scorpio, where you're consumed by it and you want to consume your partner. It's like that kind of deep, intense passion. We talk about Venus and Scorpio. I quite like that, right? And also, this video, I want to talk about as we talk about the month ahead. I want to talk about, because this is a month-long transit, right? And so things that will come up first of all will be like your love style. Are you having your needs met when it comes to love and romance? Are you in a bond where you're having your needs met? Are you able to express those needs? Do you have healthy communication styles? Right? How do you argue? How do you resolve conflict? How do you nurture yourself and one another? Right? And this is all about, it's all coming into the forefront because Venus in Scorpio is about power struggles. It's about getting your point across, the dynamics in the relationship. It's also about healing as well. And also, whilst all this is going on, let's not forget we also have in Scorpio. Well, first of all, it starts off in Sagittarius, it goes back into Scorpio. It started in Scorpio. What I'm talking about is Mercury retrograde. So we have the retrogradation of the communication planet, Mercury, sitting in aspect with the Sun, with Venus, in the same home sign, in Scorpio, asking us to revisit old wounds, do the work, because once we can do the work, release that, move forward, forgive if necessary, if you need the capacity to do so. And forgiveness can look like so many different things. It doesn't have to mean I forgive you for what you did not accept. And forgiveness is so many things, so many layers. And we talk about emotional healing as well, whether that be emotional healing from I loved a previous love affair, because we're talking about a retrograde. We're talking about past love affairs, right? Whether that's healing from an old relationship, or healing one you're already in, or healing as you're going along, right? I say to people, you don't have to be this perfect, fully healed version of yourself to be in a relationship. The healing, a lot of the time, the healing will actually start or unfold, shall I say? Because there's so much healing and work you can do on yourself. Well, actually, the real healing starts when you are interacting with others, when you are in that bond, in that relationship. Because then, the other person or persons are going to trigger you. This is going to cause a deep wound, which is from your childhood. How I'm working on that, and these are all the things that come back up again. And it can be like, even with the Mercury retrograde, go back and check. And I think it's on 1 or 2 videos ago, I've done a whole Mercury retrograde video about how that will affect each of the signs. If I could try and link it to this video, I will. So make sure you go and check on that, because that will give you more information about this whole transit. Because not only do we have Venus hyper focusing on our love and relationships, Mercury is also asking us to go deep and do the work. Because Mercury in Scorpio is also about doing the work, going deep, transformation, and also because it is retrograde, it's about revisiting old wounds. You know, and so there is that. Scorpio, Venus in Scorpio is very much about authenticity in love affairs. You know, I do find Venus in Scorpio, it is the energy of secret love affairs. Whether that's someone, whether you're in an entanglement with someone who's not available, whether that's you, whether you're thinking about it, whether you're already embroiled in it. You know, Venus in Scorpio is that kind of energy. I do see that, because Venus in Scorpio is about self worth and your own self-worth too, and self-destructive patterns when it comes to love and relationships. And so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about Venus all day long. We're going to go through all other rising signs, right? All the way through the rising signs. So if you don't already know your rising sign, make sure you go into a birth chart calculator and find out your rising sign. You will need your birth time for this, your location. They're free to do online, free birth chart calculation. That'll give you your rising sign, your sun sign, and your moon sign, okay? And so the rising sign is the character that you play. The sun sign is the energy that you are. You're the actor, right? And your moon signs are your feelings and your emotions. So it's great to know all three and to listen to all three to get an even broader message. If you want to listen to your Venus sign, your Mercury sign, by all means do, and go ahead and get all the information from these videos, because they're really, really great to be forearmed, to be forearmed is to be forewarned. Is that right? I always, I need to, could someone in the comments put what the actual saying is? Because I'm sure I said it in my last video, and I was like, is it too forearmed to be forewarned, or whatever it is? So, and also in the comments, let me know your Venus sign, and because your Venus sign tells you so many things. Venus sign will tell you, like, you know, the style of relationship that you're into, the people that you attract, the love that you're into. Right. Also, you love style, you love relationship, you love language. Is Venus. Venus also rules your money style, your money abundance, all that great stuff too. Right. It's also attraction. All right. It's how you like to have fun. And so, yeah, let me know your Venus sign, because it's really indicative to, you know, the type of relationships that you end up in. What do you like about Venus as well? Venus is also about your style. It rules how you look, you know, how the clothes that you wear, the makeup in your hair. And so when Venus enters Scorpio, I'm going to be very much interested in like that really kind of like dark, gothy kind of vibe, sultry look, you know, that femme fatale is very Venus in Scorpio. I love that energy. I love that energy. And so what I keep into that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through all the signs. We'll pull out an angel card. We'll do Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, and also I'm going to use, this is a Romance Angels deck, which I absolutely love. And we'll do that for each sign, yeah? And we'll also do I love this deck, it's so gorgeous. It's very romantic. It's the can you see it with the ring light? Oh, yeah. Ethereal Visions, great tarot. It's like gold gilded. So we're going to try and hold it in a certain way so you can see the imagery. Both really beautiful. I thought we can do a tarot and a oracle for each sign, okay? But I'm also going to look at your fifth house. So when you look at your birth chart, once you put it in your birth chart, you've got, I like to use whole sign, I do use placentals too, I'm using whole sign for these videos. When you get your birth chart, it'll be a circle, right? It'll be a wheel, a pie, whatever you want to call it, and it's got 12 sections on there. I like to use whole sign because it keeps everything nice and tidy, and also the derivative house system is fabulous when we use whole signs, as well as when we talk about predictions. Whole sign house system is absolutely incredible when it comes to predictive astrology. All right, I do use placentals too, but for the sake of this video, we're going to use whole signs, and each house system, so each house let's rewind. Each section of the chart, you have 12 sections, right? Each section is a different part of your life. Okay, and so we're gonna look today, because we're talking about love and romance. We're gonna look at your fifth house, because the fifth house was casual dating, sex, fun, passion, intimacy, right? And also, we'll look at your seventh house too, because the seventh house also rules relationships of all kinds, right? People say it rules marriage too. So the fifth house is more like casual dating, the seventh house is marriage. I do like to look at the eighth house when it comes to relationships. I think the eighth house, as well as the fifth, is tied in with sex and passion and intimacy. And the eighth house is also shared resources. And so I feel like the eighth house is one of the marriage houses too. Okay, but people will use seventh house. It does work as well. So a really great tool to look at is the rulership system. So you want to look at your fifth house, right? And if your fifth house, if I use my own example, if your fifth house is Aquarius, you want to see where Saturn is in your birth chart, and that'll give you more of an example of what your love story will be like and the partners that you attract, as well as so your seventh house. If your seventh house is Aries, you want to see where Mars is and where what house Mars is sitting in. That'll tell you, another story about how your love partner, your sex life, your marriage potential, and another little tidbit I'll add in, which I'm not going to go into today, but I'll tell you guys, is if you're talking about marriage partners, then a great way to find your marriage partner on your birth chart is to look at your Jupiter sign, and that will give you a really, because Jupiter is your marriage partner, right? And this will give you a really, really great picture insight on your marriage partner, like you'll meet them, etc. If it's the second house, you might meet them at work. Fourth house, you may meet them through a family friend. If it's the ninth house, you may meet them on a vacation, for example. If you have your Jupiter in Libra, they could work in something to do with banking or the law. They can be very gorgeous and beautiful, right? And they could even be a Libra or an air sign, if you have Jupiter in Taurus, they could work with anything to do with like hotels or working in as a chef, for example, or they can also be really financially stable, for example, right? And so there's loads of ways it plays out. Okay, so like I said, if you'd like a personal reading with me, we can go even deeper on that, all right? Because the rulerships of the houses are so important. Like, if you say, for example, there are some which are like more favourable than others, and also to look at what planets you have in the fifth house and seventh house. For example, if you have one of the malefics, Mars and Saturn in the seventh house, it doesn't mean you're never going to marry. It just means that there could be delays there, or there could be some. I do find when there's Saturn in the seventh house that people can marry later on in life. Saturn delays and brings lessons too. And same in the fifth house. If you have a Mars in the fifth house, you might have lots of passionate, fiery love affairs because Mars rules passion, drive, and fire, right? And so you can play it in loads of different ways. Okay, so let's get into the rising signs, and we're going to start off with Aries, of course. So if you are an Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, you have from the 6th of November all the way through till the end of November, Venus will be transiting your 8th house. And so for you, we have a huge concentration of energy in the 8th house because we have the sun here, Mercury will retrograde back here later on in the month as well. So there's going to be first of all, there could be some hidden truths coming out or being revealed to you around love, around money, secrets being revealed. Something that wasn't brought to your attention might come around now. There could be something like someone revealing their true passion for you, or you could be even having a secret love affair. This is like Venus. The Venus in Scorpio, right? And you could be actively taking your relationship to the next level, and also igniting sexual passion as well, because Venus in the 8th house, the Scorpio house, is about intimacy. So if you're in an established bond, mate, it could be that you're going to be taking your relationship to the next level, or it could be that you're going to be feeling like you want to be more intimate with your partner, or it could be that your partner is feeling more sensual because the 8th house rules your partner actually too, because it's your partner's self-worth and your partner's values as well, and their partner's money. So it could be that their money's going to be blessed with abundance. It could be that they're feeling more, intimate, and they want to be more passionate with you. For example, the energy, when you have so much 8th house energy, this is really intensifies the passion as well. And so my Aries people, you may just be feeling like you really want to put yourself out there when it comes to love, romance, and dating, especially if you're single too. This is a great time to magnetize sex and passion. You are one of the signs that can be full victim, what do I want to say, to Mercury retrograding in the 8th house, because this can bring up like either old traumas, old pain, old issues in love relationships. It can also bring back old partners too. Or you may be thinking, you know what, I wanna message my ex, so I wanna hit on my ex, or I want to do the work when it comes to healing my, it could be like I was speaking to an Aries Sun, and they have been trying to not get back together with their ex partner, but during this transit, I'm not sure if they realised, but during this transit, the Mercury retrograde transit, they've actually been doing the work on forgiveness and moving forward individually what's being amicable to with their ex-partner, and this is how it can play out, because we have. So for you, your fifth house ruler, which rules sex, passion, and dating, is the sun, right? Fifth house is Leo for you. So for you, these are dramatic love affairs. Where is that happening? In the house of sex, passion, and dating, right? Your seventh house ruler, Libra, is Venus, and Venus is also in the eighth house too. So both of your love houses, the rulers, are in the house of sex, passion, and dating. This is your time to go out there and go after what you want. Scorpio likes to hunt for its prey, and so I feel this is for you too, right? To go out there and get it, And also, this is about, if you're not being that way inclined, this is about doing the shadow work as well. The eighth house is doing shadow work, and being, and maybe even being honest about what it is you truly want in a relationship too. Is your passion, are you feeling passionate in your love affairs? Are you actively pursuing that, or are you thinking about, okay, with this retrograde energy, am I being fulfilled? All right. But also, yeah, it's about doing the shadow work about, okay, how am I being triggered with my partner? How are my partner's actions triggering old wounds within me? Where is this coming from? Who is that voice? Example, So, yeah, because with the eighth house, it's about, okay, I want to create a connection with my partner, but I need to do the work actively to do that too, by also me being vulnerable and intimate as well. Okay, so let's do a romance oracle card for you, Aries, and see how this is going to play out for you. All right, we'll do oracle first, and then we tarot afterwards, right? Love this deck. I'm new for ages. I had to dig it out for this reading. I thought this would be fab for this love reading. So, wow. So we have healing family issues, right? And so this is really deep because we have the message says your love life benefits as you think of your parents. Before I go deep on this, I'm just going to pull out the actual book reading, right? Meaning, before I go like all therapeutic on you, because the eighth house deals with trauma. It deals with past trauma as well. So when we talk about doing the shadow work, as I was mentioning to you in the reading, I was just saying, it's about, okay, how am I being triggered by either my dating life, my sex life, my long-term established bonds? What actions are being triggered, which is reminding me of my family wound, and it's about doing the healing. It says here, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So the answers to your prayers about your love life are based on your feelings about your mother and father. The romance angels see that you benefit from releasing old anger towards one or both of them. That's because your feelings about your parents influence your choice of romantic partner. Isn't that the truth? And the way in which you deal with relationships. You can ask the angels to help you put forgiveness into action and to forgive somebody. And also, to forgive someone doesn't mean that you're endorsing his or her behavior. The angels will tell you rather that doing so is a form of deep emotional detoxification. It means I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. When you find inner peace with your parents, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationships or unhealthy patterns and partners as ways of healing family emotional wounds. All of your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit. Oh my God, what a deep card to start off the reading with. I mean, you couldn't get any more Scorpionic than that, can you? Let's do a tarot for you as well, Aries. All right, that was deep. I mean, this is Scorpio energy, right? So of course it's going to be a deep one. What is your romance tarot for the Venus in Scorpio transit? Okay. Oh, we have the Three of Cups. This is the threesome card. I'm joking. No, I mean, it could be. You know, eighth house, three. There's three people on this card. You know, this could be like three-way open relationship energy. All right. So this is about when you have Three of Cups. It's about joy and celebration. So this is about celebrating sexuality, celebrating relationships, celebrating, enjoying. Venus in the eighth house, the house of intimacy and pleasure, and doing so and doing that with another person or other people. So the Three of Cups in this transit is about, okay, to do the inner work, to release sexual trauma, to release your inner shadows, to move forward. And the more you can do that, the more you can call in gorgeous lovers, fabulous partners, and just have an absolute ball when it comes to this Venus in Scorpio transit. So enjoy that. Enjoy. Yes, love it. Okay. So I'll pop these back. If you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First of all, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Your chart ruler, Venus, is in her detriment, right? In Scorpio, opposite you in the seventh house. So it's a double whammy, really, because yes, Venus is in a detriment in Scorpio. However, she is in, or they are in, the seventh house. The seventh house for you is the house of relationships, and also it's a Venus ruled house. So when you do astrology, you always say to people, you can't just say Venus and like a sweeping statement that Venus is in detriment. Okay, yes, she isn't like best pleased to be in the sign of Scorpio because she's the furthest away she can be from one of her kingdoms, right? However, for you, Taurus, she's in her home house. The seventh house is her area. She's like, you know what? Even though this is not how I would paint the house, I kind of know where I am, right? This is seventh house energy for you. So it's going to be magnifying this area of your chart because not only do you have Venus here, we have the Sun here, Mercury's retrograding here. So this is about, okay, you really need to go back and do the work. And this is also to do with all relationship contracts, contractual agreements, having your needs met. Mercury retrograde with the Sun emphasizing here, with having the Kazemi here too, is about rewriting your love story. Right? Taurus wants stability anyway, even though Taurus is a super sensual sign. To unlock that super sensuality, you need to give them food and sleep, and also security. And Venus in Scorpio is about depth, loyalty, and power balance, And so this is actually marrying into energy that you're already kind of familiar with, So if you're already with somebody, it's about, okay, we have some work to do. Mercury retrograde is like, okay, we need to go back and rewrite some stuff, and then we need to use this Kazemi energy to let go. All right, can I forgive my partner? Can we move forward? I'm not perfect either. Can I move forward with this? And there's no right or wrong answer. Like I always say to people, you're always on the right path. Wherever you're meant to be, you're always going to get there. You may take a different route, which is more scenic, and that's okay too, because this is part of your healing journey, right? And this is like Venus in Scorpio shit, because it's about doing that deep transformational work, and we're doing that for you, Taurus, in the house of your relationships. So transforming your relationships, because you crave depth, intimacy, loyalty, and ultimately you want to be bonding with your partner, right? And so if you're single, this is a great time to call in love, great time to call in passion. You are going to have to do the work because Mercury is retrograde. You are one of the signs, Taurus, where you might be thinking about your ex. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna hit up a bitch. Just know that once the retrograde is over, you're not going to be thinking about them. So just bear that in mind. And so, great time to call in love, great time to call in romance. Whenever you have planets transiting your house of relationships, especially the seventh house, right? Especially Venus, whenever you have the planet of love and romance going through the house of love and romance, it's opposing you. So you're going to be looking and feeling gorgeous as well. All right, depending on your natal Venus as well, but you're going to be looking at beautiful because Venus is standing opposite you in the sky, shining her Venusian energy onto you and blessing your relationships as well. So, it's a great time to refine what you want, ask for what you want as well, right? And your fifth house, we have, is that right? Yeah. Let me just have a think about that. No, I don't. Taurus. Scorpio. One second, I'm just writing my notes right. So I've got Scorpio first. Yes. Okay, so yes, so sorry, I'm looking at Gemini here. Your fifth house, right? So your fifth house ruler will be in the seventh house, right? Your Mercury's ruling your fifth house because it's Virgo ruled. This will be for you happening, in the fifth house as well. When your seventh house ruler Mars. Oh my God, it's going to be in the eighth. It's going to be in the eighth house. So we have the first of all, if you listen to the intro, the fifth house rules are sex, dating, passion, intimacy. So the house ruler for that is traveling in the seventh house too. So it could be that if you've been flirting and dating somebody already, it's about taking that relationship to the next level. All right, you might meet someone over the next month or so where you're thinking, oh, you know what, I want to take this to the next level. Just know that with the retrograde action, take things with a pinch of salt, take things easily. Venus in Scorpio will just go all in straight away. With passion, but I feel like you're up for flirtation, you're up for romance. You have, Scorpio ruler Mars in the eighth house in Sagittarius, like fire on fire in the house of passion, sex, and intimacy too. So you could be feeling like you want to, you want to be inviting in more sexual partners, craving intimacy with your partner, more passion when it comes to, the bedroom. This is for both single and committed relationships, all right? And transform them to the next level. So let's have a look at your card. We'll do Romance Oracle first, and then we'll do a tarot as well. So for my Taurus peoples, let's have a look. Oh, I love this. So for you, we have it says, stay optimistic about your love life, okay? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And so, even when, like, I say this to people all the time, the words that we speak are really powerful. And even when joking around, I always attract, all men are, all women are, all men are this, all women are that. Well, that's an affirmation, honey. And how do you know? Have you seen all the men on the planet? Have you seen all the women on the planet? And if you're saying I only attract, this is because you're affirming that to the universe. I only attract X, Y, and Z. So you could be like, I always attract lovers who are attentive, passionate, and faithful. Or I love to attract men who always text back, or whatever it is, right? Actually, how we speak about, I am enough, or attracting in money and wealth, we can do the same for I love life too, and this is wrapped up with that in our self worth as well. So actually, am I the partner that I want to attract? Am I that person too? Or am I just as bad as they are? You know what I'm saying? So let's have a look at the card, what the angel cards are saying. So it says, the romance angel sent you this card to remind you that you have a strong influence upon your love life. If you've been complaining or worrying lately, the angels guide you to shift to a more optimistic perspective. Even if you had your romantic hopes repeatedly dashed, there is still reason to hold the faith that love is real and it can be yours if you believe it. If you believe it. So today, take action steps to positively manifest the love life you desire. Whether you're single or in a partnership, begin by visualizing yourself as romantically happy and satisfied. See and imagine yourself with a wonderful partner who embodies the qualities that are important to you. Imagine the person appreciating and loving you too, right? You can write lists and conduct journaling sessions about your feelings, hopes, and desires and intentions. I said to somebody recently, actually, they were a Scorpio rising, I think, about, okay, use your full moon. First of all, you got the new moon coming up in Scorpio, but also use you Taurus, right? You've just had a full moon. You use that full moon energy to write down a list of all the things that you don't want to accept anymore in your relationships. So, and then you can set that on fire, flush it, whatever you need to do, and then write another list. Light a candle, and write a list of all the quality that you want in a lover, and visualize that coming into you. All right. Write a list and conduct your journaling session about your feelings, hopes, and desires, intentions. You can also create a dream board with images and phrases related to your love life goals. Pass it on a poster board. Look at your dream board, positive intentions, and follow any inner guidance. Your positive outlook will make you a more physically and energetically attractive person, which will definitely help your relationships with yourself and everybody else around you too. That is awesome. Okay, let's do cards. So, Taurus, what is your romance card? Ooh, yes, you have the Queen of Swords here. This is about what we were talking about. So for you, stepping into your power, stepping into your sexuality, stepping into your femininity or your masculinity, and stepping into what it is you truly want, and be very clear on that. You know, even the oracle cards are saying stay optimistic about your love life. Venus in Scorpio in your seventh house with Mercury and the Sun here is about, okay, let's get clear on what it is that you want. The seventh house rules contracts. What is your love contract to yourself? What are you no longer willing to? I'm doing this like a list. What are you no longer willing to accept in your relationships, whether that be your friendships, your business agreements? I'm talking more love really, but this can be all relationships in the seventh house, right? What am I severing and tying away? Because yeah, seventh house ruler is in the eighth. Mars is cuttings and severing and doing away with anything or anyone is no longer serving you. The Queen of Swords is about, yes, I have been hurt in the past, but I'm still keeping myself optimistic and open to love, and knowing that all those past pains and hurts were building blocks and lessons to show me what it is that I'm accepting into my life when it comes to love and romance, and the type of partners I'm no longer willing to attract because I'm only calling in X, Y, and Z because I'm an absolute bad bitch. There you go. All right. Okay. So, but who's next? Okay. So, if you are a Gemini, a rising, Gemini sun, a Gemini moon, you have for you on the 6th of November, Venus moving into Scorpio, which for you, Gemini, will be your sixth house. The sixth house for you rules work, your routine, your wellness shifts, and how you value yourself, right? So for you, this is about doing, for Geminis who are single, right? This is about you doing the work on you, right? To, love yourself, right? What is your self-love practice? Are you going to bed on time? Are you drinking all the water? Are you journaling? Are you seeking counsel? Are you eating healthily? Am I looking after my body? Am I looking after my nutrition? Am I looking after my health? Right? Am I having more fun? Being in the sixth house is going to give you the opportunity to have more fun in your day-to-day life. This could literally bring love to your doorstep. Okay. For you though, this is about even though Gemini is one of the signs which are more open to like frivolous kind of like surface level relationships. With this transit being here for you, it's not taking it to the next level. So it could be even that, when you have when you have sixth house energy, it means you have to do the work because this is the work house. So it can be like if you're in a committed relationship, you got during this transit over the moment, you're gonna have to really do the work. You're gonna have Mercury in the Sun here as well. So reevaluating your love story and doing the work. It can be it can be like love, can be a bit of an effort, but is this person worth that effort? Because if they are, then you absolutely both are going to have to do the work to keep that spark going, keep the passion flowing, keep the intimacy going. And love isn't always going to be like this like Disney fairy tale. It's about doing the grind, the day-to-day shit. This is a sixth house, doing the day-to-day boring routine stuff for you to actually, because I think sometimes some people, love is not just the big grand gestures. Love is just like sometimes can be listening to your partner after a long day at work and putting your phone down, giving them your full attention. It can be like, helping them when they're being like having a shit day, or just, it's not the little things like taking out the trash or listening to their love language. It's like all those things, right? And so your seventh house ruler, right? Because we have Gemini, for Geminis, we have Sagittarius, right, in the seventh house. So Sagittarius and Jupiter for you is going to be absolutely blowing up and giving you this huge level up when it comes to your intimacy, when it comes to your relationship, because you have the rule of your seventh house for you in the second house. This is about your values. This is about what do I value, who do I value, what is my self-worth. This whole transit for you is about your self-worth. Okay, this is about what do I believe is possible for me in love and romance. Am I calling in partners who align with what I want? Do I need to cut sever and tie? Because Mercury is also doing the work when it comes to realizing what it is and who it is I want. Okay, let's do for you your reading. So, hi. What is your oracle? Let's have a look. I'm using the Romance Angel deck. I love this deck. Right. Oh, so. Oh, this is so apt. So you have codependency, okay? I'm laughing because addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, and why I'm laughing because the sixth house is all about addictions, right? Coping mechanisms. Do you have coping mechanisms? Are they healthy? Are they unhealthy? Are they helpful or unhelpful? You know, this could be like your eating style, your diet. Are you codependent on your partner? You know, do you have interests outside of them? Or are you all? Is Venus in Scorpio making you all encompassing and hyper focused on your partner, and your partner only being able to make you happy? Can I only be happy when I'm in a relationship? This is codependency too, right? And so it's about healing those addictions, because the sixth house is about doing the work, like we said, and it's all to do with structuring your day-to-day life, structuring your health, structuring your self-worth too. We have the ruler of your seventh house in the sign of Jupiter in the sign of Cancer, right? You have Mars in the seventh house too. So Mars in the seventh house, right, could when you have Mars sometimes it can make you a bit combative. So it could be either like your partner's very combative with you or you're already combative with them. So I would say, especially with Mercury being here, to maybe hold up any deep important chats that you might be having, because it can make you really like aggy is the right word. All right. It can make you really like combative in your relationships. Mars sometimes is great for sex and passion too, because it can be like a double-edged sword. Because Mars is about sex and passion. It's in Sagittarius right now, which is your seventh house, opposing you. So great for sex, great for passion, great for bringing like love affairs in. Or if you're an established bond, it can be great for like amping up your sex drive as well. Okay, like I said, you do have Jupiter traveling in your self-worth house as well, which is the money house too. So this is about rewriting your love story when it comes to your own self-worth. Because the more you can love yourself, the more love you can call in. Okay, the card for codependency. This card answers your question perhaps a surprising way, because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you're attempting to resolve. This could be your own craving for a substance or unhealthy behaviour, or it could be that your partner's addictions are impacting your love life. Yeah, it could be that your partner may be suffering with addiction as well, of some sort. It could be sex addiction as well, with Mars in seventh house. The card is also an indicator of childhood experiences in an addictive family. Addictions numb the heart of pain, but they also diminish the capacity to love. Since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, addictions become a barrier to moving forward towards true emotional intimacy. This is true if you are twisting yourself in knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. So it could be like you're shrinking yourself in certain ways to people please your partner, right? You're like trying to be like this. If we talk about love styles and not love styles, attachment styles, it could be that you're trying to like overcompensate and act a certain way to be seen and worthy and deserving of love. That no-win situation will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Fortunately, lots of support is available for you, so just reach out. Whether it is you or your romantic partner who has the addiction, you can find groups all over, to search for. This could be like searching for like a community group, could be searching for a therapist, something like that. But also engaging in the work as well, in the inner healing as well. When it comes to your codependency, it could be like seeking therapy, and knowing that you are enough and you are worthy and deserving of love just as you are. You don't need to overperform if you have this anxious attachment style where you think you need to like be all and do all and be this all performing dancing monkey to be worthy and deserving of love, because you really do not. Okay. And let's look at your tarot. Oh. If you'd like to have a person reading with me, hit me up I'll leave all the information in the show notes. And I'd love it if you'd like to subscribe and share this, all right? So, let me know your Venus sign in the comments if you know it. So, yes, we have the King of Cups. Like I said, you do have the ruler of the seventh house, Mars, in the eighth house. So, this could be great for calling in love affairs, calling in lovers, calling in, sex, passion, and intimacy in the eighth house. Venus transiting the sixth house. You could be, when I see Venus in the sixth house, sometimes you can literally meet somebody at work. Or meet somebody through the place that you go to all the time. It could be like you always go to this coffee shop, but the one day, during this transit, you're going to meet someone there. Could be a water sign too, okay? King of Cups is someone who knows their emotions and done the healing, done the work. So this whole reading for you is all about you doing the inner work on yourself, because the more you can show up as your most authentic self, then you can call in lovers who are also healed and on your vibration too. Okay, but also it's about enjoying this transit. Venus in Scorpio with the King of Cups here, it's about, okay, am I doing enough for me to be Venusian? Am I enjoying my life? Am I inviting love in? Am I romanticizing my day to day? Because the sixth house, your day to day shit. You can romanticize your breakfast in the morning. You can romanticize your way to work. You can romanticize your fitness class, whatever it is. You can buy yourself flowers and listen to your favorite playlist, make your favorite breakfast, go to your favorite restaurants. You can do that with your single or your relationship. It's about putting that spark back in, putting the spark back into you and into your relationships too. All right. Good luck with that. All right. So, if you're a Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, Venus is going to be transiting your fifth house. This is one of the houses of dating, sex, and passion, romance. We're going to the planet of romance in the sign of romance. So for you, oh yeah, has the Sun and Mercury here as well. So you are one of the signs where, old lovers could come back from the past. There could be some, you could be, you could be like you've been dating someone and you're noticing there's a pattern in your dating life where you're attracting the same types of partners. Maybe it's time to do the work on that. It could be that, first of all, with Venus going through this sign, right, your fifth house, this is a great transit if you're single to meet somebody. Because when you have the planet of love going through your fifth or seventh or eighth house, this is a great time to attract someone new when it comes to passion, sex, dating, love, and romance. It could be that you might be considering going, you might have dated someone in the past and it didn't really go nowhere, or you just forgot, you just both got busy, and now you can rekindle the flames again under this transit. That could be something that can happen too. If you are dating somebody, you might be thinking about taking it to the next level. Okay, your seventh house ruler, right? So your seventh house is ruled by Saturn. Saturn's also retrograding right now. So this is about, okay, I need to do the work on healing my relationships. There could be like, okay, because this is Venus in Scorpio. When Venus in Scorpio, this is about digging deep and doing the work. It's like, is my relationship nurturing me? Am I having my needs met? First of all, your love relationship doesn't have to give you everything. You just need to fulfill you on every single level. But if you have some non-negotiables, or there are certain things that you want from your partner, if those aren't being met, it's time to reevaluate those two, because Venus in Scorpio with Mercury retrograde and your seventh house ruler retrograde as well, right? Retrograding for you in the ninth house. This is about your beliefs around love and romance. What do I believe around love and romance? What do I believe to be true? What's my love story? It's all about that, right? And also for you have Capricorn in the seventh house. So for you, it's about long-term commitments and you want to get serious about those. Especially because you have the retrogradation. It's like, okay, it's almost like rewriting your contracts around love and romance. And you may be doing that with someone you're already with, or it could be that the new people in your life now. You're like, I don't want to just have like frivolous fun. I want to have deep, intense, passionate love affairs and amazing sex, and I want to be all-encompassing to my partner. Let's have a look at the angel cards for you. I would love it if you'd like them to subscribe and share this channel if you don't already do so. And also, if you'd love a personal reading with me, hit me up in the DMs. All right. I'll leave all the links in the show notes for you to book a reading with me if you'd like to do so. Ooh. This is what popped up for me, right? You have chemistry. And I love this card because let's not forget, Venus in the fifth house is the house of fun. So even though it's like, yeah, I want to get serious, I want to get deep, I want to get intimate, you have some fun too. Whether you're single or in a relationship already, it's about having fun and calling in more fun, going to places to have more fun as well, right? There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So if there's somebody you're thinking about, this is your green card, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Venus in Scorpio, right, can be like sometimes attracting somebody who's already in a relationship, or it could be like hidden affairs as well. Somebody you might be part of. You have received this card because you feel a strong dynamic pull towards another person. In other words, you'll share chemistry with him or her. This creates intense, pleasurable sensation, Scorpio, right? that draw you to each other. This is like Scorpio, ironic passion, being drawn to someone. If this person is someone other than your partner in a committed relationship, then the chemistry is probably a source of both stress and escape. You need to weigh up the options and the consequences. Can't speak. You need to weigh up your options and the consequences carefully before or instead of leaving your current partner or embarking on a love affair. If, however, you are single and feel this pull towards another unattached person, this card brings you a go-ahead green light of good news. Most likely, the chemistry is mutual and merits exploration. In some cases, this card may mean a lack of chemistry as a cause for relationship issues and a person discontent. This is a retrograde, isn't it? And Venus in Scorpio. If there was chemistry initially, it may be restored by devoting effort and time into a relationship. Passion, spark, and romance can be revived through playfulness. We just said this, didn't we? Thoughtfulness, time together, and caring gestures. Call upon the romance angels to guide you as you make important decisions about channeling the chemistry. I like to call upon Archangel Raphael when it's love and romance. And I love to light pink candles or red for passion. Pink and red flowers are beautiful as well. What's your tarot? So, let's have a look. Ooh, yes, you have the King of Pentacles here. This is about you being abundant AF. I feel like there can be like earth signs coming in for you, right? So it could be like you're going to attract somebody with their big three earth signs, right? This is like Virgo. This is Capricorn. This is Taurus energy, right? And also, this is about, like I said, even though we have this fifth house energy about having fun, it's also about, well, actually, yes, I do want to have fun, but I also want to build a long-lasting love affair with King of Pentacles, right? This is about building something long-lasting with somebody else. I said to you before, you do have Capricorn in the seventh house. And actually, I do find people who have Capricorn in the seventh house, they do tend to go for older partners, older lovers, or there's always like an age gap in the relationship too. Okay, calling in that love, calling in the abundance, and it is there for you. And I think that if you can have open, honest communication, then you can have that stability that you crave to. All right, beautiful. Okay, so if you are a Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Venus for you will be transiting your fourth house. The house of your innermost world, your family life, your home, your security, your values, right? Redefining your love foundation, okay? So Venus is going to get into your fourth house. So first of all, actually, when you have Leos, you're going to be like spending more. I feel like with Venus in the fourth house, you're going to be spending more time at home, okay? Because your fourth house transit, you're going to really enjoy spending time at home. So it could be like if you're just met somebody or you meet someone, you might be dating. You might be like, do you want to come? You want to come over? I want to cook for you, or we can get like a takeout. We can Netflix and chill. There's that energy as well, okay? Because you have Venus here, the Sun here, Mercury retrograde here. You may be like you may even be having secret love affairs with an ex-lover, and like secret rendezvous in your house. Because the Venus is the fourth house, all about secrets as well. There could be family secrets coming through too. Or as well, you may even meet somebody via a family connection. It could be like, oh, my cousin has his friends. You know, and you might hit it off. You know what I mean? Or it could be that you're going to take your relationship to the next level, and you're going to be spending more time at home with your partner. Venus in the fourth house is great. Venus in the fourth house is great for redecorating and renovating, and just spending more time at home, holding more parties, cooking gorgeous foods, the senses. You know. But also you have the retrograde here with Mercury, you have the Venus, and you have the Sun here. This is about actually what do I want when it comes to love and romance, because the fourth house is your foundation of your personality, right? So it's about what do I actually want, I see, right? What do I actually want when it comes to love and romance? Yeah, and having it, and maybe redefining that. You know, you might consider entire relationships because of this. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Your fifth house ruler, yeah, is a Scorpio, right? Am I talking about the right thing? No, it's not. Your fifth house ruler, is Sagittarius, okay? And so your Sagittarius ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter is about to go retrograde, and it's in the sign for you, which is Cancer, right? And so this is all about your emotions. This is all about asking for what you want. You crave intensity, right? Your seventh house is Aquarius, okay? And again, Aquarius, the ruler of Aquarius is also in retrograde too. So we have a lot of the eight planets in retrograde right now. So this is about reevaluating your love affairs, okay? Reevaluating your love affairs and what is that actually what when it comes to love and romance. So if you're already in an established bond, this could be like, okay, I need to express what I want because I'm not getting my needs met. I want to raise to the next level. Saturn retrograde could be like, well, I just want to cut over and tie this. I feel like with Saturn being in your eighth house, you could be you either end that relationship or literally you would forge and firmly tie that. I just feel like with Saturn retrograde, because it's a very karmic energy, it's about Saturn is karma, right? Whatever is meant for you will not pass you by. Just know that. And if you are gonna separate, just know that it's clearing the way for something which is even better for you. I do find with Mercury retrograde as well that people who do break up tend to get back together again anyway. And sometimes when you do start shit in Mercury retrograde, sometimes when the retrograde is over, the glasses can come off. You're like, oh, I don't really feel that way anymore about you. Goodbye. So there is that as well, okay? There is that as well. So yeah. Alrighty, so let's get into what is next. I was just thinking you may even meet somebody through your networks and connections as well. Let's have a look. So your angel card will be. Okay. So this is not such fourth house shit. This is first of all, let me just show you. It says it is safe. It is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love. And this could be like, because this is the fourth house we're talking about as well. This could be like healing family trauma, healing your mother wound or your father wound, or healing your family dynamics. Because we choose our partners based on our parents. And so if you can do the work on healing family issues, you can also elevate our love affairs and call in better partners. All right. Instead, otherwise you'll keep attracting people who are helping you relive out your old family trauma. This card indicates that you're protecting your heart from hurt. This is fourth house energy protection, right? This card is indicating you're protecting your heart from hurt because of painful relationship experiences. However, the angels can only bring as much romance as you'll allow inside. If you have a shield around your heart, how is love going to get in? A closed heart repels the sensitive partner you're trying to attract. Follow your inner guidance to protect you and simultaneously allow you to feel loved and loving. Trust your intuitive senses with respect to other people's trustworthiness and open your heart to those who are kind and gentle, and ask the angels to bring caring individuals, including romantic partners, into your life, and they'll do so, provided that you are listening and following your guidance. Love that card for you. It's just fourth house energy, because the fourth house, right, is ruled by Cancer naturally, and this is about nurture and nurturing yourself, okay? So, your tarot, 10 cards jump out. Just one card, please. All right. Okay. Ooh, you have the double. I love this. This is just a Scorpio card. And so this is called, during this transit, this is about, okay, passion, intimacy, sex, dating. And it's about, okay, can I fully let myself go with my partner and enjoy my sensual experiences? You may even, like I said, the fourth house is one of those hidden houses. So it you can be one of those people where there could be hidden love affairs coming to the surface where you might be embroiled in one, or you could be attracted to someone who's not available. Someone who's not available might be attracted to you too. The devil is also about honoring your needs. Are you having your needs met? Are you having your needs met in your relationships? Can I lovingly express that? It's about going after what you want in healthy ways and consensual ways with you and a partner. So, love that for you. Calling in all the sex, all the passion, all the dating during this really intense transit. Yes. Okay. Moving on. we have Venus. If you are, before I start, if you are a Virgo rising sun and moon, you have Venus transiting in your third house, which is all to do with your communication, your learning, your local connections, becoming magnetic. So you're going to be speaking your Venusians into existence. If you listen to the intro, talking about, your words are powerful. So it's about speaking into existence, manifesting the love that you want. You always say, I always attract waste men, I always attract fuckboys, or I always attract girls who just use me for my money, or whatever it is, right? Whatever limiting belief that you choose to repeat, right? You're actually affirming it. And so being in the third house is actually telling you to, okay, am I using better language? Is my words are magic? Because if I know that, what can I say better about my love life? Being in the third house is great for meeting people. If you go on like a vacation, like a vacation, because the third house will travel, you may meet someone in your travels. All right, so you may start a holiday romance, or you may meet someone in your local area who's of a different culture to you. So there is that as well. Or you may meet someone online, because the third house rules communication, it rules DMs, it rules like dating website, dating apps and things like that. So you could actually meet somebody through there, or it could be that you become really like popular on dating. Your DMs might be just blowing up right now with this transit. Okay. You also have, let's have a look. Your fifth house is also lighting up, because this is about adventure, romance, creativity, and you have your seventh house ruler Capricorn, seventh house ruler Pisces, and Jupiter in exaltation in Cancer too. And this is a great time for you. Your ruler your seventh house ruler is about to go retrograde. This is about calling in karmic lovers, calling in passion, calling in dating. For you, you do have the eclipses going on as well, so I feel like for you over the last and next 18 months, it's been like fatalistic love affairs. You know what I mean? So there could be shock endings, surprisings, or new beginnings. Meeting people, whoever you meet now, will be really karmic for whatever reason. Like you're meant to meet these people on your life path, because they're gonna like change the trajectory of your love life. Okay, so let's get into it. So your romance angel reading. Yeah. So I had for you a separation. So this says here, this is a deep one. This is a deep Virgo. And why is this is deep for you actually? Because we are on I've had the eclipses on my first and seventh house. So if you're a Virgo, or you're having eclipses on your first and seventh house, they can be, like I said to you, time apart from your partners on the horizon. Do you know what I mean? And so this is literally like, okay, do you know what? Because when you have eclipses on the first and seventh house axis, this can bring separation. I went through the exact same thing, but when it was my choice, I separated my partner when we had the Aries Libra eclipses. My partner was the Aries moon, and the last eclipse on his moon degree, we actually separated. The romance angels are helping you during this period of separation from your partner. This card comes to you as an indication of angelic support as you spend time away from each other. While your partner, angels can help you fill your hours with healthy activities, which will help your present and future relationships. This card may indicate a temporary period of aloneness as well. So while your partner's traveling, or a time in your life when you're single and preparing for your next relationship. It can also mean a marriage separation and divorce. Call upon the angels to support guidance during these transitions. They can help you discover deep healing or to be mine as you spend time alone, which prepares you for the next part of your relationship journey. Yeah, I always say to people, like, you know what? The times when you're on your own and you're alone are absolutely incredible, because you never get those time back. That time is like really, you are the love of your life. You are always going to be number one in your own life. You're always going to be your love of your own life. So make sure you're nurturing and supporting and doing you, because actually there's no one's going to love you more than you, right? So your biggest relationship, your longest relationship is you, for you. So make sure you're nurturing that, whether you're single or not, right? What is your tarot, Virgo? We had the last eclipse anyway, so I think you're the tail end of it. Not the tail end of it. Let me know in the comments, Virgos. And Pisces too, actually. Works, so Yes, Page of Swords. This is a communication card. So for you, Virgo, girl, you love to communicate anyway. You are the communicator. Your ruler Mercury is in the third house of communication. This is about you expressing what you want, whether you just met somebody new and you're like head over heels in love, making sure that you are expressing your needs and your desires because they're really valid too. Virgos tend to go for like passion projects when it comes to relationships and pick like a fixer upper. You know what I mean? Don't fall in love with the potential, fall in love with what's in front of you, right? So yeah, making sure you express your needs, express your desires. There could be like moments of if you're single, meet someone who's going to bring some fun and passion into your life as well. If you are an established bond, it's about reigniting that spark. You know what I mean? And also, the Page of Swords is literally about cut, sever, and ending anything that's no longer serving you. Would that be limiting beliefs in love and relationships? Would that be an actual partner? Whether it be ending a way you speak about love and relationships, or ending your self-worth, your low self-esteem, and calling in about self-esteem as well, so you can attract the numbers that you truly deserve. All right. Good luck with that. Okay, so if you are a Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, Venus is going to be in your second house. First of all, this is your ruler, honey. Your ruler, she's been sitting in your gorgeous sign, the first house of you, for a long minute. I'm a Venus water. I'm a Libra rising too. And one of you, Venus is moving from the first house where you've been feeling gorgeous as fuck and bringing love and romance to you. I can vouch for that. My love life's been popping off since Venus has been going through the 12th house and the first house. Because Venus likes to be in the 12th house actually, because it's the Pisces ruled house. Venus also, even though she's in Scorpio, she's in the second house. For us, that's it's a Taurus house, right? It's traditionally ruled by Taurus. Venus likes to be here. Self-worth is coming up. So what is my self-worth? What are my values? The more sexy we are, the more confident we become with our sexuality, the more the money and the abundance, and the more the love is rolling. What is your worth? Have you been settling for second best? Is your self-worth being your self-esteem been really low? Your fifth house ruler, Aquarius, Saturn is retrograding from your seventh house to your sixth house too. So it's about reevaluating your love life, reevaluating, how you do fun, reevaluating the type of partner you want to call in, reevaluating your own partner. You may have ended a relationship, you might start something new. It's about contractual agreements as well, because Mercury is retrograding as well, and this is retrograding for you again from the third to the second house. What it is that you want, in your relationships. Your fifth house ruler, your seventh house ruler, Aries, right? Mars is going to be in the third house, going from the second to the third. Right, so this is all you could. If you're planning a short distance travel, you may meet someone abroad. You might meet someone on vacation because it's third house energy, right? Sex and passion abroad, or you might meet someone in your local area he's just different from you. And then they're going to bring loads of sex, intimacy, and passion as well. Being in the second house is great for glowing up your finances, great for glowing up your love affairs, great for working on loving yourself. Because the more you love yourself, the more the love is going to come in, honey. Okay, and just feeling sexy and gorgeous. Okay, I feel like with this is about you could even be because this is Venus into Scorpio, attracting lovers who are either unavailable or you might be someone who's unavailable, secret love affairs too. So let's have a look at your angel card, your romance angel card. Right. Let's have a look. This one doesn't jump out. Oh! I love this for us. Calling in your soulmate. I know all the Libras are going to be passing out in this card because I am. We love it. We love a soulmate, Libras. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right. Shall we see what the cards have to say about that? This is literally manifesting and calling in your lover. I love this for us. I love this for us. You, like everyone, have soulmates. These people are born with whom you share time in heaven and in other lives. I was reading from the book, all right? You made a soul agreement to meet in this lifetime for the purpose of mutual spiritual growth. You have many agreements with various people who are all your soulmates. They include family, friends, co-workers, and of course, romantic partners. This card guides you to actively call in your romantic soulmate into your life. You can do this through visualization, affirmations, second house through prayer, through meditations. It also means working on yourself. It's the second house of self-worth and self-values. Working on yourself so you can optimize the qualities you seek in a partner. For instance, if you desire a significant other who's a great sense of humor, develop this within yourself. I was saying this in the intro. Are you, if you do your list, but make sure you are those things too, right? Um, Develop this within yourself. Like attracts like, which is part of calling in your soulmate. Okay. What is your tarot? Oh, what is your tarot? Libra, I love this for us. What a card to have. We got the best card so far. Okay. So we have the Hierophant, honey. This is a very Libra card, right? Okay, so we have Venus in Scorpio, about intense passion, doing the work, doing the inner healing, doing the transformation in the house, the second house of our self-worth and our values. The Hierophant is a boss energy card. It's about standing in your power, knowing your worth, times it by 100, because you are worthy and deserving of the best. The best dick, the best romance, the best love, all of it, right? What you believe you deserve is what you attract. So actually, if you have been attracting like below the bar, scraping the barrel, you're letting that in. What is it about you? Do you believe you're worthy and deserving of love? You know, what are you no longer accepting? What are you no longer tolerating? This is about writing it down. These are my boundaries. These are my non-negotiables. I have some things that I don't mind, but these are not absolute non-negotiables. They have to have, their own house, their own job, whatever it is. They have to be honest, not married, whatever it is, right? And calling that in because you are so worthy and deserving. I mean, the Hierophant is about standing in your power, being authentically you. Because the more you can be, the more you're gonna attract the right person for you. If you're pretending to be somebody else or like somebody else, or if you're like your attachment style is trying to appease your partner, then your relationship is built on falsities. Oh, right. Okay. So next we have Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your honey. It's showtime. You are the star of the show. Venus is transit in your first house. The first house. I've just had this transit myself because I'm Venus in Libra. I'm a Libra rising, sorry. Venus is transit in my first house. This is going to bring love to your doorstep. This is going to bring fun and enjoyment and dating and passion. I've never had so much fun, passion, and dating as I've had over the last sort of 4 weeks while Venus has been in my sign. Because, first of all, I'm a Libra rising. This is my ruler. However, this is your first house, all right? This is the house of you. You're going to be looking gorgeous. You're going to be feeling gorgeous. You're going to be feeling romantic. You are a magnet right now for all those things. Love will literally come to you. You are going to be feeling love as well, okay? For you, uh, your seventh house, right? Your seventh house is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is Venus. You have the rule of the seventh in the first house, literally bringing love to you, bringing romance to you as well. It can be a bit combative sometimes. I do notice when you have the rule of the seventh in the first house, that sometimes it can be a bit challenging because it can bring like a bit of like combativeness, but also passion and drive as well. Do you know what I mean? So there is that energy that comes with it too. Your fifth house ruler, Pisces, we have eclipses going on here. So you're going to be meeting like partners who are fatalistic. You might be breaking up with people. You might be meeting people on your journey who are literally going to change your trajectory and your life path over the next 18 months because you have the eclipses going on here as well. So do bear that in mind, okay? What else do you want to say about that? So let me just think. Yeah, so you have Jupiter transiting your let me just you have Jupiter transiting your ninth house, right? So this again, you may meet somebody who's going to spiritually awaken you, sexually awaken you. You may, and this can, if you're already an established bond as well, you can definitely do this within your relationship because your relationship is always changing, right? You're always going to be, if you're not always transforming and changing, then you're not doing the work. But you're on this constant journey, and your relationship is going on the next level as well, where you're constantly learning from one another. If you are single, you might meet someone in another country or from a different culture from you, or you might meet someone who has different spiritual beliefs from you. You want to open up your world. All right, you and your partner might be on a spiritual journey. You might vacate together, and the sex will just be reignited. It's about calling you passion, calling you intimacy. Okay, what is your romance card? Your romance angel card. Let's have a look. So, wow. The card passion just jumped out. Okay, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Let's not say any more on that. Passion has jumped out for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, you are the most passionate sign. I love that for you. You are the sign of love affairs, secret love affairs, dating people who are having secret love affairs, people who are unavailable. Or maybe you're unavailable and you're thinking about having a love affair. This is a very Scorpionic thing. All right. Let's have a look. Passion. So your prayers for great love have been heard and answered. And it all begins with you. You have the power to revive passion in your love life. I've just said this right. In fact, no one can bring it to you but you. This card guides you to seek which brings you great joy, such as a hobby, cause, a special activity. Anything that stirs your heart with joy will help passion bubble forth positively flow into your romantic life. The romance angels say that having a passion for life itself is a requisite for foundation for feeling passion in your love life. This means enjoying the moment completely, and when you do so with a partner, you inspire him or her to romantically participate with you. If you're presently single, you can definitely enjoy passion in your activities and hobbies, and who knows, such pursuits may provide an opportunity to meet a wonderful partner who shares these passions. All right. What is your tarot? It's such a can't be the card passion. The one word I described to you, Venus and Scorpio, for Scorpio is passion, and here we are. Love that for us. I'm a Scorpio ascendant in my progress chart, actually. And also, when we do my birth chart in Pisces, I have a Scorpio ascendant as well as a Libra. So. Ooh, along with passion, girl, I'm so jealous of your cards. You have the Empress. This Venus in the first house is for you to enjoy the transit, whether you're single or taken, right? Do you enjoy your season? Do the bubble bath, drink your favorite drinks, go on the beauty retreats, have sex, be passionate, be romantic, call in the love that you truly deserve, feel gorgeous, get fancy, and just be, first of all, love yourself because you so deserve it, and call in the love that you truly, truly deserve, and enjoy all your relationships, whether that be your friendships, your partnerships, the people that you're dating, because this is your time to absolutely enjoy all of that. The Empress is all about beauty, beauty within, beauty around you, just enjoying your life. Yes, I love that. Gorgeous, babe, gorgeous. Okay, so moving on, we have Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for you. Venus is transiting your 12th house. First of all, I just said to my for Libras, for Scorpio, Venus loves to be in the 12th house. It's a Pisces house. So also, Venus in Scorpio, when I've read people's birth charts who have Venus in the 12th house natally, they always have secret love affairs. Venus in Scorpio is about secret love affairs. Venus in the 12th house is secret love affairs too. You have so much 12th house energy going on right now with the Sun and Mercury being there, so you may contact an old lover. You might be secretly meeting someone for some sex. you may be like, it could be completely innocent. You might be that you just met somebody, you don't want to tell the whole world about it because this is Scorpio. Scorpio wants to keep things private, so you just may be very private about your private life right now. And that's okay too, okay? But it can also mean that you are, having an entanglement with somebody who is unavailable. You may, if you're in an established bond, you may be doing the inner work and the inner healing over old trauma. You may go on a spiritual journey, or you may go on therapy together, or you may even travel somewhere far, because this is like the 12th house is like long distance travel as well. Okay, secret attractions. There could be someone coming out of the blue for you who's got a secret crush on you. You're gonna find out about. All right, so there is that. Your 7th house ruler is in the 12th house as well. Gemini rules just the 7th house is in the 12th house. This is about, secret love affairs. This is about meeting someone from a different culture from you. Meeting someone on your travel. If you're traveling, you may travel to meet somebody. You might travel to meet somebody. Okay. Also, the 12th house is the hidden house. It's about doing the shadow. You might have some trauma around love relationships, and you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to retreat and go within now and do the shadow work. I might go to a therapist. I might do some journaling. I might start do like a meditation or something like that. Some healing work, so I can show up my relationships as a better version of me. Okay. So. Yeah, your 5th house ruler also will be in your 1st house. So this can this can bring like sex, passion, and dating to you as well, because the ruler of the fifth is in the first house. This is like sex, passion, and dating also. Mars is sex, passion, and dating, bringing it into the first house. You might be feeling like more passionate, more sexual as well, more drive, more go get issues. It can bring arguments to you as well, because Mars also rules combativeness. So you might be having some arguments with people you were like your lovers. All right, make up, break up, break up, make up as well. Okay, angel romance cards for you. You have this is cute, and I like this because Sagittarius. I have dated and married and been in love with so many Sagittarians, and I back to this. You have the card playfulness. If anyone's playful, it's Sagittarius, right? To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And that's really fun because actually your fifth house ruler, Mars in the first house, this is about allowing your fun, your inner child, fifth house, to shine, right? What can you do to have more fun? What can you do to heal and honor your inner child? So the romance angels are cherubs who embody all things romantic and who love a happy, youthful sense of playfulness. They delight in the wonders of love and ask you to do the same. The angels want you to help you fall back in love with life again by by guiding you, to enjoy yourself. This comes from a spirit of your joy and adventure. The angels ask you, when was the last time you had fun? If you don't, yeah, because if you, actually, I'm not going to go there. If you do, I was dating Sagittarius, like, even though they're really fun, behind closed doors, they're like a different person. So, when was the last time you had fun? If it's long overdue, it's time to add some playtime into your schedule. Angels are saying to you that fun is necessary, not a luxury. The activity can be free of charge, such as exploring nature. Sagittarians love to explore nature, auditioning for a local theatre, production, joining a community sports team, trying something new, going to a restaurant, dancing, whatever it is. Playfulness is a good investment of your time as it will renew your energy levels and elevate your mood. Playtime is essential in relationship to keep the free spirit component of dating alive. Plan regular date nights with your partner and take turns creatively planning fun activities such as miniature golf, it says here, karaoke, walking through a flower garden, or flying kites together. I don't know when this book was written, but you get the idea, right? Have fun, honey. Make some time for fun and dating. All right, you deserve it. Okay, so I'm just checking my microphone because I've been recording for hours and hours and hours for videos, so Mercury is retrograding right now, so yeah. Okay, so what is your tarot? Love tarot. Oh, we have the. What did that say? The artist. Honey, this is like an extra card in this deck, the artist. So for you, I would say use your 12th. The 12th house is creativity, as is the 5th house is creativity. Get creative. When it comes to your love life, have fun, enjoy. The 5th house is all about your inner child. For you, it's about having fun and not taking life so seriously. Like the cards say to you, when was the last time you enjoyed? Just let your hair down, enjoy the 5 senses of Venus, right? Venus in the 12th house, the Pisces ruled house, is about creativity. It's about cinema play dates. It's about Netflix and chilling. It's about bedroom antics. It's about getting sexual, getting sensual, alone or with somebody else, and discovering your sexuality and your sensuality with an established partner, somebody needs to. Okay. Also, it's about manifesting the partner that you want. So this is literally creating his dreams and creating his vision. So it could be like if I'm single, or even if I'm in a relationship, I want to manifest and write down or paint or create a vision board the love that I truly deserve. There you go. All right. So if you are a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for you, Venus is in your 11th house. Yes. Venus is transiting your 11th house. So you are about to have so much fun, and you may even turn your friendship into romance. How about that? How fun is that? Yes, having more fun, getting back out there, enjoying yourself, and you're turning friendship into love too. Okay, your 7th house ruler. Cancer, you have Jupiter here too, right? So all my Capricorns, right? I feel like with Jupiter here is expanding stuff. So I've known Capricorn risings who, with this transit, have divorced somebody and met somebody else. This is Capricorn rising stuff, okay? Yeah, it's literally that. So it literally could be that. with this extra potent energy, first of all, with the 11th house, right? Because the 11th house is your biggest goal, dreams, and desires. You could be manifesting your lover. Using that Venus and Scorpio energy, it's about manifesting the love that you want. Okay. Let me just think about this. So for you, if you've got, let me just think about this. You have Scorpio. Da, da, da. So you will have so you have oh, right, okay, so your fourth house ruler, sorry, your fifth house ruler is also Venus, and so for you, you have ruler of the fifth house in the 11th house too. So I feel like if you're single, right, and it's such a cliche, but because it's the 11th house is actually socializing. If you have been in hermit mode, girl, it's time to get yourself out there. Because when you get yourself out there, you could be like you going to go to your friend's house party, you still want to go, right? You want to go in there, and you want to meet the man of your dreams or the girl of your dreams. It's like that. Mercury's retrograde right now. You could also bump into your ex, or you could be thinking about getting back with an ex. There is that too. There could be some ex stuff going on, ex drama going on. You need to sort out. But just know that you have this Venusian energy going on right now, where fifth house ruler wants to be nourished, wants to be loved, wants to be sensual too, and so it's all about stimulation. It could be you and a partner might be diving into your sexuality, or there needs to be some conversations to be had, so you can express your sexuality, having your needs met, sensual in your sensuality as well within a partnership. Or because it's fifth house energy, because I'm talking about your Venus ruling the fifth house, the ruler of the fifth in the 11th. You know, for you, it's about deepening that sensuality, whether that be with someone who you might meet, right? Or it could be you'll meet someone new and they're just going to tick all the boxes when it comes to sex and sensuality as well. And they might even feel familiar to you because it's Mercury retrograde. You could be like, oh, you know what? I feel like I've known you for a long time. Just be careful that when the retrograde is over, will you still feel the same? Maybe not. But just enjoy it for what it is, right? Just enjoy it for what it is. Your romance angel card, Capricorn. Keep an open mind. All right. Your soulmates. This is because this is so funny because obviously we're talking about 11th house. 11th house was friendship. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. It could be you because remember Venus and Scorpio, like Venus and Scorpio is like secrets being revealed. One of your friends might be like, you know what, I've always been madly in love with you. Or it could be like vice versa. You might tell your friend that too. So keep an open mind because your soulmate might look different to who you expect. And this could be through 11th house stuff. You might join like a Pilates group and meet the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams there, right? Because you end up having like a conversation. And because it's Venus in Scorpio, it's go deep into a conversation. And you're like, you know what? This is really getting me going. And you're not my normal type, but I'm here for it. So go free, enjoy. The cards say the romance angels have sent you this card to remind you to stay open to possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card basically like you've already been introduced to this person, but have overlooked his or her romantic potential. Oh my god! Take the time to get to know various individuals you meet, even if there isn't an initial attraction. At the very least, you'll learn more about yourself and make a new friend. I said this right. Sometimes, you go on a first date. Sometimes you might not even get that initial attraction, like physical attraction, after like second or third date. And like, I think it's a lot of pressure to put on like a coffee shop meeting, isn't it? Normally, I think so. Give people a chance, honey. Give people a chance. Tarot for you, my Cappies. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I feel this with you, right? I feel this with you. Where's your tarot? So, Two of Pentacles. For you, I feel like this is about weighing up the pros and cons. Okay, you can be like, do I tell this person how I feel? If I do tell them, could I jeopardize my friendship? Would I jeopardize my dynamic? Or does this person even know I exist? Or it could be the same. There could be a lot of options where there's two people here who are really interested in you, or it may be that you're already in an established bond and you're like, oh, this other person though, you know, or it could be like, I'm just met somebody new, my ex has come back from the dead, Mercury retrograde, what do I do? Do I go with the path least trodden, or do I stay with old, comfortable, and faithful, or, you know, old, comfortable, and familiar, should I say? Not faithful, familiar. Base card is Three of Swords. I don't normally do a base card, but the Three of Swords is sitting here as well. So just know that with each option, there's going to be upset. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that, all right? Do what makes you happy, all right? Yeah, we are here for a long time. So, you know, there's never a wrong decision. You're always on the right path, all right? So yeah. Okay, all right. Where are we? If you are an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I am one of you. First of all, you have Venus in Scorpio in your 10th house, honey. Your public image, your persona, your values. You might meet someone at work. You might have a fling with your boss. You might have a secret love affair at work. But you're going to be looking and feeling gorgeous ultimately. Because Venus in the 10th house, girl, you're going to be glowing up, honey. You're going to be glowing up. Making a square to your ascendant as well. You know, so there could be some issues around love and romance. There could be actually, there might be like, okay, my partner wants to see me, but I've just been promoted. 10th house, right? Work is really busy. There's loads of money coming in. I've got to show up and be a boss in my career, but my partner at home needs to see me. Or it could be that I'm spending so much focus on my work life that I'm not making time for love and romance, sex and passion, Scorpio things. Do you know what I mean? So there is that. There is that too. So what are we going to do about that, right? And so for you, you will have. Let me just think about this. Yeah, your 7th house ruler is Leo, right? So dramatic love affairs. The ruler of your 7th house is in the 10th house as well. So I feel like, you know, if you're single, you're going to definitely meet somebody over the next month who's going to be like really impactful. It could be that they could be someone who's really like important in their job. You know what I mean? Or they could be really well known, for example, or they could just be like really dominating. We're talking about Venus and Scorpio things. If you know, you know, and you won't be down for that, you know, because we have Gemini in your 5th house, right? And is that right? Yeah, Gemini in your 5th house, yeah. And so Mercury is retrograding in your 10th house as well. So you want to have fun, you want to flirt, you want to date. There could be ex-lovers coming back from the past to, you know, for unfinished business. Will you go there? Probably. Is it the right thing to do? Probably not. Does it matter? No. It's about, you know, learning, healing, whatever you need to do, right? Forgiveness, whatever it is, okay? Let's have a look at your Tarot, Aquarius. You might even have multiple lovers because, you know, you have Gemini in the 5th house, right? And you guys, Gemini in the 5th house is like they're very open to, especially Aquarius. I think Aquarius energy. Are very open to, like, you know, polyamory anyway, and multiple lovers. If you're not, it could be like you just be more experimental with your partner. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Okay. So we have 2 cards here. We have express your love and weddings as well. So it could be this situation involves marriage. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay. So let's read these. When we get wedding as well, you could literally either go to a wedding, because also as well, think about 10th house is like your public persona. So you may get proposed to. Please let me know if you do. All right. I'm a Libra. I love this shit. I love a wedding. All right. This card has come to you because marriage is playing a role in the answer for your question. Are you having an affair with a married partner? For some people, this card could be a validation that you want to get married. Someone might ask you. You might attend a wedding. You might meet someone at a wedding. All right. What else did it say? This card asking to look at your present relationships and past relationships too, even your marriage if you are married. Review your feelings, Venus in Scorpio, reviewing your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationships. Perhaps it's in time to enlist in a marriage counsellor or to help sort. Or actually, you know what? I know somebody who has Aquarius Venus, and they're literally going through marriage counselling at the moment. This could indicate end of a marriage, in which case angels support you and everyone involved for you to understand about the experience and renew your heart willingness to love. This is also a card for which will lead you to new romance for you. It can represent your parents' marriages and the way it has affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships. Because we shape our beliefs about relationships through our, you know, how we see our parents and our parents' relationships as well, right? Expressing your love is your other card, right? This card urges you to take the initiative in your love life. Venus in the 10th house, go out there and get them, baby. That may mean contacting someone to whom you're attracted to and asking them out on a date. It could also mean sending flowers or texts or gifts to a beloved one, or to yourself as well, right? Buy your flowers. As you express romance, these feelings pour through you too. There we go. And you actually become the biggest and highest beneficiary of romantic displays. You enjoy how they make you feel to an even greater degree. The more you give love to yourself and to others, the more you experience it. Of course, do make sure that you're also open to receiving love from source and from the angels from other people. Yes, I love that. I love that for us. Okay, so let's do your tarot. Okay, so microphone's still on. Mercury retrograde things. So let's have a look. Ooh, we have the Five of Wands here. So I'm feeling this Venus in Scorpio energy for you, right? Especially when it's in the 10th house. It's like, who, first of all, who do you want to who do I want to call in as my love partner? All right, I hate the word settle down with. Who do you want to call in as my love partner? Is my love partner meeting my needs? Because I have the Five of Wands here. There could be multiple lovers fighting for your attention. Are you having to fight for your lover's attention? Is your lover fighting for your attention? You know, where is my love life in balance? Venus likes to be balanced. In Scorpio, it's about doing the hidden work and the shadow work. So it's like, okay, what am I purposely making myself unavailable for love? Where does that come from? Why am I doing that? Am I purposely trying to start shitting my lovers? Why am I doing that? Am I self-sabotaging my love affairs? How about that? How about that? Sex and passion are on the high as well with the Five of Wands. You know, lots of passion in the air. Okay, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Okay, so last but not least, we have Pisces rising, Pisces sun, Pisces moon. We have for you Venus in Scorpio in your 9th house, the house of your beliefs, honey. What do you believe about love, sex, passion, and dating? Travel as well, honey. You have the sun here, you have Mercury retrograde here as well. So you are really doing the work on your spirituality when it comes to love, passion, romance. What is that I believe about love? What is my what is my soul purpose when it comes to love and romance? The 9th house rules counselling and therapy too, so you might be seeking counselling, might be seeking therapy when it comes to sex, dating, intimacy. There could be sex issues coming up as well, around romance, around your partner as well. So it could be re-establishing those bonds too. Do you know what I mean? Because it's 9th house shit. It's about re-establishing 8th house matters, Mercury retrograding back into the 8th house for you as well. Sorry, going back into the 9th house, sorry, for you, back from the 10th back into the 9th for you, right? So this is about, okay, what is it that I believe about love? You know, do I believe, what is it I believe about the type of love that I deserve? Yes, I'm sexy, yes, I'm gorgeous, yes, I'm beautiful, but do I believe I'm worthy and deserving of love just as I am? Okay, you might meet somebody and your travels abroad. If you're going on a long distance travel, girl, you're going to be hooking up with those hot international lovers. You might meet them. You may even meet them here. The 9th has also rules things like education. So if you're going back to study, you might meet someone in your study group. You know what I mean? So there is that too. You may meet someone you want to learn from as well. There's going to be a huge learning curve when it comes to relationships as well. Okay. Your 5th house ruler, Cancer, you have Jupiter here, right? I'm talking about the 5th house because it's about relationships, all right? Your 7th house ruler is retrograding in the 9th house too. This is about doing the work, going back and reviewing your contracts and your relationships, okay? Your 7th house ruler, Jupiter, is also about to retrograde, calling in the love, calling in the passion, calling in the dating, calling in the sex, calling in the romance, honey, as well. All right? Venus in Scorpio is about intense passion, love affairs, you know? And Jupiter's going to be here for a minute until next year, honey. So it's going to bring you an abundance of lovers, abundance of sex, abundance of joy and romance. But you have to allow yourself to have fun and heal your inner child to access that. Oh, I'm doing tarot. Let's do angel cards first. Romance angels first. That's how we've been doing it for everybody else. So you have the same as well. So romance angels for you. Let's have a look. Trust. Whoa. That's deep. This situation is calling for you to have faith. I absolutely love this deck. It's been so on point for every single reading I've done. And the ninth house is all to do with, you know, your beliefs and trusting. Okay, so, and Scorpio, Venus Scorpio is about allowing yourself to trust. In response to your question, the romance angels ask you to trust everything is exactly as it needs to be. Don't add fear to the situation, only create more drama and negativity. Instead, the angels ask you to release your worries to them. Your present situation is here to bring you blessings and personal growth, leading to the beautiful romantic love you so deeply deserve and desire. As you follow the pathway you're currently on, trust that it's leading you in the right direction. Your faith will uplift your energy, which in turn attracts positive expectations, experiences, and people, including romantic partnerships. This truly is a situation where your faith in all things are possible. Mic drop. I love that. Oh my god. If that wasn't a Venus Scorpio card, I don't know what is. All right. Honey, where is your tarot? Let's have a look. So I'm using the ethereal vision. Girl, like, subscribe, and share. Do all the things. Let's go. Ooh, second person to have this. This is just a Pisces card. This is the Empress, honey. The Empress. During this Venus Scorpio transit, whether you're single or in an established bond, for you to call in the love you truly deserve and want, the passion and intimacy, you got to Empress, honey. You got to pour yourself that bubble bath, buy your flowers, use your favorite body lotion, set the candle, set the scene, set the tone. Do that for you. All right, do that for you. Do it for your lovers. Do it to call in what you want because you are so worthy and deserving of love. Step into your goddess era. Step into your sexuality, into your sensuality. Romanticize your life, honey, because you are here to do so. You're a Pisces, babe. This is what your life is about. The more you can do that, the more you can channel ninth house intimacy, stepping into divine source. Divine source is also sensual and sexual and calling in the energy. And as you can do that, the abundance of love will just roll in. I hope you absolutely loved this video, your readings. I'd love it if you'd like to subscribe and share, and I will catch you on my next video, my love.